Hey, what's up guys? So many of you have asked for my dropshipping settings, and to be honest, this is a video that I should have made a very long time ago. Now, whether you're a dropshipper or you're someone who's looking to start into dropshipping or you haven't even started at all, I can guarantee that if you watch this video that you are going to find some kind of value. This is a video that I wish I found a very long time ago when I started dropshipping, because I'm going to reveal my entire behind the scenes of my dropshipping portfolio. So this is going to include my profit margins, every single settings that I use, how I actually source my products, the software that I use that actually helps me with my automations to make this whole thing run seamlessly. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So what software do I use? I use AutoDS for one primary reason, which is automations. Automations is something that completely changed the game for me, because at this day and age, I do not have time to really spend and actually execute orders myself and deal with customer service and everything else. So primarily, getting one thing out of the way makes me have more time for customer service, for example. So these automations consist of actually updating your price, updating your stocks, carrying out the orders, dealing with the entire execution of when the order comes to actually it being ordered on Amazon and everything is being executed. So this means I do not have to do this. Sometimes I'm out for 12 hours a day. I don't really have time to then come back to deal with 20 orders that I already have. And in the fourth quarter that we are in right now, so many people are making money, companies are making money, people are buying more things, Christmas is coming up, there's going to be a lot of money moving all over the place, and because of so many purchases, there's going to be an increase in sales. It always happens every fourth quarter. Now, if you're getting so many sales, you definitely want to make sure that you are not missing orders, because although you might get the sale, if you have to wait several hours to actually go ahead and execute the sale on Amazon so it gets delivered to the customer, then you might understand that sometimes you might find out that the item is not out of stock just because you haven't been able to execute the order. So you can see how important it is to just have that order come in and get bought instantly, so that way you do not miss out on that potential profit. So for those who do not know what AutoDS is, then AutoDS is a software that can help you with the entire dropshipping operation. Whether you're doing Shopify dropshipping or eBay dropshipping, they can provide you with products. They help you to automate your orders, they help you to update your prices and your stocks and everything else along that line. So you can see why this is necessary for any kind of dropshipping business, because that is the foundation of what you're going to be doing most of the time. So no matter what software you use, but if you're using AutoDS, then you're going to have the listed section. This is where you're going to have your product quantity and just the foundation of your entire dropshipping portfolio. My quantity, the one I use personally, is 1. So this means I list every single product. I only list 1 quantity. The reason why is every quantity that you list, it actually takes up space in the amount of listings that eBay gives you. So I use just 1. So once that 1 sells, the stock just goes back up to 1 again. So this is why, you know, the automation is much easier. I don't lose out on the opportunity to make a sale. So my favorite shipping method is just finding the cheapest with tracking. The policies I use the ones that I have on eBay already, and these are pretty much straightforward. You know, my payment is through eBay. My return, I have 30 days return, just because if you want to be a top seller rank on eBay, then you need to have 30 days return policy. And these are the general listing settings that I use. I pretty much duplicate the images, but the most important ones here is allow marketplace sellers. I do not use this. I've tried it in the past, but some marketplace sellers do not allow returns. So once you want to return, you're either not allowed to, or sometimes you would have to pay for return. So that's going to be a headache if a ton of people that you sell to actually want to sort out returns. So most of the time I just want it to be through Amazon Prime from Amazon themselves, because I know their policy. Most of the time you're able to return something in 30 days. The next one is Vero. AutoDS actually has quite a strict Vero policy, so I generally just allow most Veros to come in. eBay would usually give you a warning, so most of the time once that happens, then I'm very watchful and I try not to list those products again. So when it comes to pricing, I have my profit margin on 20%. The only reason I'm able to put my profit margin on 20% is because I'm making enough sales and I have a large amount of products listed already. If you're someone who doesn't, I would not recommend you do so, because I have tried having my profit margin on 20% in the past when I only had about 1,000 listings, and this did not turn out well because I was not making enough sales. Only do this once you have, you know, between, let's say, 2,000 plus listings, or maybe 1,500 if you have really good products. I do not get any profit of less than £1, and the reason for this is I can't be asked to sell an item that's going to be giving me, you know, 40 pence or, you know, whatever it is. It's pointless. So on items I know that are getting me less than £1, I literally put £1 minimum profit on every single one. So now the order section, and this is very important. So the first thing is automatic orders. This is the main primary feature to why I use AutoDS, and this is essentially what you need. You need to make sure you have this, and if you're someone in the US, then they also provide Fulfilled by AutoDS, and this is when, if you're having headaches from Amazon because they're banning your accounts, then AutoDS can actually fulfill your orders for you. Next, I also have my ship status. So what this does is, on eBay, AutoDS actually updates, you know, the products to dispatched or, you know, delivered, things like that. So I have it where once it's actually been shipped on Amazon, then what happens is it's going to be updated on eBay as dispatched. Next, we have tracking conversions, and this is a lifesaver. Honestly, tracking numbers is a game changer. The amount of people that have tried to open disputes with me, some people have received their item and they still told me they haven't received their items. People like to scam. So having tracking numbers is literally the only thing that can save you from that. If a customer reports you in any way, or if a customer raise, you know, I haven't received my item, just anything along that line, if you don't have a tracking number, you pretty much lost the case. That is one thing I've noticed, but if you're able to provide tracking numbers, then you're all good to go. And my maximum loss is set at 2. I just want to lose £2 no matter what happens, but this rarely happens. But if it does happen, then I don't want to end up losing 10, 20, 30 pounds just because of automation. So I have this on £2, so I don't have to worry about losing profit as much. So this is a general settings, and I have my weight on pounds. This is just personal preference, it doesn't really do much, but the minimum product quantity is essential. What this does is, if the minimum product quantity on Amazon is 1, it takes your products out of stock, just to prevent you from having those situations where a customer will order a product and it's out of stock and then you have to cancel it. And especially now that in Q4 there's going to be a ton of orders that are going to be coming in, sales are going to be going wild, you want to make sure that everything is being taken care of as smoothly as possible. And then we have the maximum shipping days, which is also something similar. It just means that if the products will be delivered in less days or in 10 days as you've set it to be, then the products will be executed and everything will run smoothly. This is just, you know, preferences and safety margins. So you just have to make sure that you don't have to deal with customers that might be annoyed because they haven't received their order in a month and you weren't even aware of it. So now there are 3 ways I find my products. One of them is by simply using Amazon's bestsellers. You go onto Amazon's bestsellers, you find one good product, you know, somewhat good, a decent price. You can try many of these, but you can try, you know, the kitchen products, because these generally sell well no matter what kind of business you actually have. Kitchen products do really well for a long period of time. And something like this, I would simply find a product like this, I'd find the ASIN number, which is going to be here. Once I copy the ASIN, I'm able to actually go onto AutoDS and paste this ASIN, and all the product information will be added automatically. Of course, do keep in mind that just because it sells very well on Amazon does not mean it will sell extremely well on eBay, but this is just the general way I use to find products. Now, if you do want to add multiple products, you just need to go onto AutoDS, click on multiple products, and you can either upload an entire CSV file, or you can actually use AutoDS Finder, which provides you with products to use. You just paste all the ASINs and you would have all the products immediately added onto your store. So AutoDS has actually been amazing to provide some kind of discount that you guys can actually use. So use the link in the description, use the code Sally, and you would be able to actually try out AutoDS for a month for just $1. If you're someone who's already dropshipping or isn't dropshipping, then you can at least try out the entire business. So you can see why so many people are speaking about eBay dropshipping or Shopify dropshipping. For those who want to know, also do use their API just so everything can run smoothly. It's not nothing you have to worry about, just so everything is taken care of as fast as possible. And I've had 0 issues since I have actually been using their API. Feel free to check out this video as well to find out the other ways that I actually find my products. Don't want to miss that one, and this will significantly increase your sales.